The entire MLB is terrified of this. The Boston Red Sox are rolling, and I'm here to break down their last two major performances as really they dominated all day long just yesterday on Sunday, April 6th. I'm here to break down the doubleheader against the St. Louis Cardinals and what were the results of those two games and how this should skyrocket the Red Sox going forward through the rest of the MLB season. Welcome back to Red Sox Digest. I'm Houston, and we're going to be breaking down both of those major performances and major wins by the Red Sox on this episode of Red Sox Digest. But first, before we get to the news and information, please do remember, if you're a part of the near 90% currently watching this video, not currently subscribed to the channel, to scroll down and click the subscribe button. We do appreciate all the love and support. So again, thank you guys again for everything. But now let's get to it and break down how not only how this is insane, but how the Red Sox are rolling. Now, if you guys don't know, it is now Monday. On Sunday, just yesterday, the Red Sox played a doubleheader, 2 games against the St. Louis Cardinals. And the reason being is because the game that was supposed to take place on Saturday was then postponed due to severe rain and thunderstorms. Now, the Red Sox game was then postponed to 1:35 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday before their initial game that was supposed to take place on Sunday for Sunday Night Baseball at 7:35 Eastern Standard Time. Now, the first game did end 5-4 in a walk-off fashion win for the Boston Red Sox. Credit to Wilyer Abreu for having the game-winning walk-off single that really was a double because it was off the wall, but the winning run crossed home plate before he was able to make it the second, so we'll call it a single. But again, what is the main focus of this game? Well, to start, the offense, it was a comeback win. The Red Sox were down 4-2 early in this game, about halfway through this game, and the Boston Red Sox were able to rally, put up 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning to tie it, to then win it in the bottom of the 10th inning. Again, credit to Wilyer Abreu for the walk-off win. Devers is starting to look a lot more normal and a lot more like himself, and he has been crushing the baseball recently. Not only in this game did he go 1-for-4 with 2 RBIs and a walk and only 1 strikeout, which is great to see after the start he did have of this season, but again, he is starting to look a lot more comfortable at the plate. He's going through long at-bats. He's seeing a lot of pitches. He is working walks, and again, his eye looks like Juan Soto's did just last year, where, again, you can't get anything by this guy. It feels like everything you throw him, he knows exactly what it is and where it's going. And obviously, he is a bit late on pitches right down Main Street. But again, that is a conversation for a different day. Overall, the value and the overall production coming from Rafael Devers is substantial, and it is being felt vitally through this Red Sox organization because it is resulting in better offense and overall better gameplay from the Red Sox team as a whole. Now for Bregman did score once. He did strike out twice, 1 walk in 4 at-bats. But again, Wilyer Abreu is the biggest name as he was a pinch hitter in this game. And again, he didn't waste any time. Came in for Rem Snyder, 1 at-bat, 1 hit, scored the 1 run, 1 RBI, as well as 1 walk. He was fantastic in this game, including that walk-off win. It was great to see Connor Wong continue to struggles, going 1-for-3 on the day. Again, we need him to really shape up at the plate, at least offensively, because again, 1-for-20, 2-for-20, whatever he is at this point in the season, batting .091 on the year. Not the greatest start for someone who has done a good job increasing his defensive abilities like we really hoped for going through this offseason, but now the offensive abilities have substantially dropped off. And it looks like Narvaez might be the starting catcher going on. Again, we broke that down in the last episode of Red Sox Digest. If you missed it, go back and check it out in the insight surrounding the young catcher that was traded for from the New York Yankees that is really finding a home in Boston. Now for the pitching, Sean Newcomb was on the mound, and he was damn good compared to really what we saw in his first start. It went 4 2/3, gave up 6 hits, 1 earned run, walked 3, and struck out 5. Overall, a much better performance on the mound from the new guy in Newcomb compared to his first outing of the MLB season. So again, seeing some improvement, seeing Newcomb really find a groove and find a rhythm on the mound, be a bit more comfortable on the mound, and trusting the offense he has behind him. That's always good to see. And again, I can't wait to see how he continues to grow and evolve for the Boston Red Sox as this season continues. Now, Chapman came in and did get the win, pitching 1 inning, striking out 2, and walking 1. Overall, a great performance from the Boston Red Sox, a gritty performance that required the Red Sox to rally and bite down on their mouth guard and really get back into this game, which they did in the late innings. Again, 2 runs in the bottom of the ninth before winning it in the bottom of the 10th inning. Overall, a great performance, and it wasn't even the best performance of the day. And the reason I say that is because the Boston Red Sox went on to win not only that 1:35 Eastern Standard Time game, but then again for Sunday Night Baseball on the main stage, being broadcasted on national television, on ESPN as well as others. Red Sox hosting the Cardinals for Sunday Night Baseball, and the Red Sox did not miss a beat. They came out and absolutely dominated after giving up 1 run in the top of the first inning to the Cardinals. It looked like it was going to be an overall high-scoring affair between both teams, but then the Red Sox simply went off. And again, they went up to put 5 runs up in the bottom of the second, 4 runs up in the bottom of the third, and did not slow down there. Went scoreless in the fourth, 1 run in the fifth, 5 runs in the sixth, 2 runs in the seventh, overall winning the game 18-7 over the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, I don't want you to think we beat up on a bad team. The Red Sox beat up on the St. Louis Cardinals. They're nobody. The St. Louis Cardinals are phenomenal this year, particularly offensively. If you look at the numbers, they're second in hits, only behind the Red Sox. They're first or second in OBP, average, OPS, slugging. They are absolutely mashing baseballs this season, and they're 4-5 now. But going into these 2 games, they were sitting at 4-3, and overall they had some pretty good wins, and overall had looked pretty good up to this point in the season. Now, for the win, what did the box score actually look like? Well, everyone got some goods in this game, to say the least. There was a helpful amount of runs and plenty of offense going around the entirety of this lineup. If you look in the leadoff spot, Duran went 3 of 5 with 3 runs scored and 2 RBIs and 1 K. And the hits that did not result in getting on base and did result in outs, I should say, were hard hit balls to just directly at somebody, and because of it, obviously you can't get rewarded every time you swing the bat. But again, then Devers, 4 for 4 with 4 runs scored and 3 RBIs and 1 walk. Devers was fantastic in this game. And then Alex Bregman in this game, 4 of 5. The only out was a pop-up. Again, through 3 innings, he was 3 of 3 with a home run, a double, and a single. It seemed like there was no way that he was not going to end up hitting for the cycle in this game with so much time remaining in it. But again, he ends up going 4 of 5 from the dish. 2 runs scored, 6 RBIs. He is continuing to just be a Barry Bonds-esque type of hitter in Fenway Park. And again, that may seem like just craziness. Look at his numbers. He's in the top 3 in average, OPS. He just in Fenway specifically through his 9th year career. This time now playing with the Red Sox. I am so excited. We talked about this when the Red Sox went out and acquired him this offseason, how the numbers in Fenway are just otherworldly, and we couldn't wait to see how he was going to perform in Boston, and now we are getting our first taste of it. Obviously, it's now the 3rd game in Boston, but again, he's continuing to put up massive numbers after massive numbers. Overall, 8 of 9 between the 2 guys in Devers and Bregman, in the 2 and 3 hole hitters in Rafael Devers and Alex Bregman for the Boston Red Sox. In this game alone, absolutely fantastic stuff. This offense, as well as this team overall, is terrifying, and it should be terrifying for the rest of the MLB. Now, for everyone else, Wilyer Abreu did not slow down after his walk-off win in extra innings earlier in the day. He went 2 of 6 in this game with 3 RBIs and was, again, fantastic. He has the highest OPS in the entire league right now, ahead of guys like Jose Ramirez, who just had a 3 home run game just yesterday or 2 days ago, as well as Aaron Judge, who we all know is just a terrifying individual on the baseball diamond. And again, Wilyer Abreu, up to this point in the year, has a 1,600-plus OPS, leading the MLB. This team, for the right reasons, is terrifying the MLB. Now, we can't go without acknowledging Rafaela as well as Narvaez batting in the 8 and 9 holes as they continued to do well with this Red Sox team. Now, obviously, Rafaela has been struggling. He's been expanding the strike zone just a bit too much to this point in the year. But again, he was courageous last night in doing that, and he was able to be successful in doing so. 3 hits, 3 runs, 4 at-bats with 2 RBIs and 1 walk for Rafaela. And Narvaez batting in the 8th spot in 4 at-bats, had 2 hits, 2 runs scored, 1 RBI, and again 1 walk. Overall, the production from this Red Sox team from top to bottom was stellar last night, and it resulted in 18 runs scored. I will acknowledge Hunter Dobbins, the call-up for this game for the Boston Red Sox, someone who had been through AA and AAA for the last 2 years or so, or excuse me, 3 years, and he wasn't lights out in the minor leagues by any means, but again, he was credible without a doubt, posting a 5 ERA or 5.2 ERA in 2022 in Single A, then being moved up to playing the Double A where he posted a 3.6 ERA, and then finally last season playing on both Double and Triple A, he posted a 3.08 ERA, and then the first start of this season, again on the Triple A circuit, he got kind of shelled in 3 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 3 hits, 5 runs, all earned, and again, three home runs in that game, posting a 12.5 ERA. So looking at those numbers from this season in the first start and only start he's had up to this point, seeing him being called up may leave a lot of guys and a lot of fans worried. And people think that, hey, he got shelled in AAA. How is he going to come up and play against this very, very, very notable offense, at least statistically, in the St. Louis Cardinals? Well, he was pretty damn good. In 5 innings, he gave up 8 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and struck out 5. And overall, he looked pretty damn good. I know the 8 hits seems a bit substantial, but if you go back and watch his actual pitching and how he mixed these pitches and tunneled his pitches, his ability to throw the breaking ball was substantial, and it was fantastic for the majority of this game. He had batters in between with their timing. They didn't really know if he was throwing the breaking ball, if he was throwing the fastball. That really didn't have great velocity in the low to mid 90s for that fastball for Dobbins. Overall, a great performance. And the way this works, because that the Red Sox were in a doubleheader. When a team is in a doubleheader in the same day, they are allowed to expand their rosters by 1 spot, and they can call up anyone they want if they would choose to. So it goes from a 26-man roster to 27. The Boston Red Sox went out and didn't acquire, but they pulled up this arm in Dobbins, and he was the starting pitcher in this game for the Boston Red Sox against the St. Louis Cardinals. And not only did he get a whole lot of run support, but he also went out there and played pretty damn well for someone making his first official start on the MLB stage. So credit to Dobbins for going out there and being ready. Now, I will say Cooper Criswell came in the last 3 innings of this game and was not great. He has not had a great season up to this point of the year. The velocity is not that high, and because of it, it seems like batters are able to jump all over him. Again, to round out this game, he went 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned with 1 walk, giving up 1 home run, which was a 3-run towering shot over the monster. And again, overall, a great performance from the Red Sox, and good things coming from Hunter Dobbins. This is going to be exciting to see how he continues to go out there and play, if he continues to get any more chances going through this MLB season. But with that performance, I'd be willing to bet it won't be too much longer until we see him, not as an everyday guy, not as someone, obviously, because he's a starter, but again, not someone that you'll see in the starting rotation for the rest of the year, but someone that could definitely fill in with the Red Sox and Alex Cora being comfortable in him doing so. But again, we're just 10 games into the season. We're a half game back from the New York Yankees, but the Boston Red Sox should have everyone, specifically in the AL East, as well as the rest of the MLB, terrified of what is here to come from this Red Sox organization due to the amount of overall just talent and just overall just abilities of this Red Sox team. This was just the latest example of it, and I can't wait to see more of it. Let me know down below what you guys think of this past performance from the Boston Red Sox and really the highlight of these games from you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.